All right, today we are going to continue with our equation maths. Today we're going to continue to look at legal moves and comparing out which is greater. So let's begin. In your book, question 50, comparing quantities and values here. Let's just go through a couple of these here. Let's look at mat A and mat B. What can we simplify? Well, we've got a positive x and a negative x, so those can disappear. Down here we've got a negative 1 and a positive 1, so those can disappear. On the other side over here, we've got these positive 2 and these negative 2, so those can disappear. We've got this negative x and this positive x, so those can cancel each other. What we're left with then is I've got two negatives over here, two negatives over here, when those can cancel. So then I've got positive 4 for mat A and 0 for mat B, so mat A would be greater. Let's look at question B up here. Question B. We need to put together this equation mat. So I've got two groups of x plus 3. So you're going to notice here's my x plus 3, and there's a second group of x plus 3. So I've got two groups of x plus 3. Then I also have a negative 4 or minus 4, and that you can see right here, minus 4. On mat B, I've got three positive x's, so 1, 2, 3, right there, plus a negative 1, so that negative 1 is right here. I've got a minus x or negative x right here, and I've got plus 4, which is my 1, 2, 3, 4. So as we go through and we simplify this, these four negatives on the left side will cancel 4 of the negatives on over here, leaving me with 2x plus 2. On this side, I've got a negative x canceling a positive x, and I've got a negative 1 canceling a positive 1. So I'm left with 2x plus 3. Well, I've got 2x plus 2 over here, 2x plus 3 over here. The 2x's can cancel. So I've got 2 and 3. Truly, 2 of these could cancel 2 of these, so I'd have 1 equals 0, or 3 is greater than 2, whichever way you like to look at that. All right, two more here. I've got my, let's see here, I've got 3 negative x's down here, 3 positive x's up here. So those 3 negatives here can cancel these 3 positives up there. Then I've got this positive and negative right here. I've got this positive and negative right here. So these can cancel each other as well. On the other side, I've got this negative up here, which can cancel this positive over here. And then I've got these two positives, which can cancel these two negatives. So I can click those and get those to disappear, and click those to get those to disappear. I'm left with x negative 1 on this side, x and negative 1 on this side. You'll notice that these two will cancel. These two will cancel. I'm left with 0 equals 0. So mat C, the two mats are equal to each other. Finally, our last mat, mat A. I've got this one here that will cancel this one here. I've got this one down here, which will cancel this one up here. I could have sworn it was that one right there. Maybe it's that one. Hey, it is that one. Okay. Over on this side, nothing cancels. So now if we look between the mats, I've got an x over here that will cancel one x over here. So this x will cancel this x. But I've got 3 x's left over here on mat A, and I don't have any x's left over here on mat B. Well, if each x equals 10 of those units, then mat A is going to be greater. But if each x equals some negative number, let's say negative 10, then mat B will be greater. So I guess the point is here, since I have 3 x's over here, and I have none left over here, when my x's don't balance, then I can't tell which is greater. And what we're going to be getting to soon is how to solve an equation mat like this. So mat A, which has 3 x's left over, and mat B, which has none, you can't tell which is greater at this point. In fact, we won't be able to tell. We'll end up solving a mat like that here in a little while. Not today, though. All right. This one right here, question 51. Oh, they were just talking about that one. Let's forget about that and move on. This one right here. All right. Mat A. You're going to notice on Mat A, I've got an X and I've got 6 negative tiles here. On Mat B, there's nothing. But now they are asking us to solve for this. So we're going to solve to find out which is how much does X equal. In order to solve for what X equals, I need my X tiles on one side of the mat, and I need all my unit tiles on the other side of the mat. So I need to move all these to this side. Well, I can't just move them because that doesn't make sense. Remember, it's whatever you add or subtract to one side, you must add or subtract to the other. So in order to get these to cancel, I need to move up here, and I need to put in a positive negative there, positive negative here, positive negative here, positive negative here, positive and negative here, and positive negative there. You might notice I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives to mat A to get those to cancel. But whatever I add to one side, I must add to the other side. So I need to add those same 6 over here. 3, 4, 5, and finally 6. So with these all canceling right here, you might notice that X will equal 6. Let's try one more down here on Mat B. You might notice that this one here and this one here will cancel 2 of these. So these 2 will cancel these 2. I wish I had put down there that we had done that, but I didn't. So now I've got X plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left over on Mat B, but I need to move those 6 over to Mat A. Well, in order to cancel them on Mat B, since they're positive now, I need to cancel them with negative tiles. So I'm going to move these negatives in here to cancel. There's 2 of them. Here's a third one. Here's a 4th negative. Here's a 5th negative. And finally a 6th negative. So I added 6 negatives to cancel all the rest of the positives over here. Whatever I add to one side, I must add to the other. So I have to add 6 negatives. Well, the first negative will cancel that one. The second negative will cancel this one. The third negative will cancel this one. The 4th negative will cancel that last positive. But I still have 2 more negatives to add over here. So 1 and 2. So I have 1 X left over on this side, and now I've got the 2 negatives over here, so X equals -2. Hopefully that made good sense to you. I don't know if there's anything else I'm going through on this lesson. Let's find out. Oh, here they're just kind of going what do you do to different sides. So we'll kind of skip over that one for now. And that may have been it. That's just the resource page. Oh, it's an old quiz I used to give the kids. So that is your lesson for today. Hopefully those mats make sense. If not, go back and rewatch it and make sure it does. We'll see you tomorrow in class. Bye-bye.